Then at that time I was busy asking my sister, wamepata mshipa? Bado. Wamepata mshipa? Bado. So the doctors were trying every means to look for the veins, the hands, the neck, the head, everywhere. There was no vein. And you know, at that point when my kid was being pricked, he wasn't reacting. He was just there, he's not feeling any pain. My boy was just there, just looking at the doctor. Because now you see the machine was still there. Bado iko on. Yeah. Then but my son, the condition that yuko So I got mad, nikashika ule daktari. Alikuwa mwanamke.
Ai jamani. Ai jamani.
So I asked her like I asked her like, what is exactly wrong with my son? Because I could see the color he was turning to. And then that's when she told me that my son had passed. Of course, as usual, every woman will cry losing a son. He passed on 17th in the morning at around tuseme saa 3 saa 4 hapo. Yeah, in the morning. That's when he passed. The aunties to my husband. Sasa auntie wake mkubwa akamshika my daughter. And when she looked at my daughter, that's when she said, this baby is not okay. There is something wrong with this baby. So I wondered how. So she said, huyu mtoto amerushiwa kitu. Akaniuliza, was the other one like this? Then we said yes. Now the rashes, the skin color, the neck, and also huku kwa diaper iko inakaa ni kama amechomeka, but they're not feeling pain. So he said, this is they say the name sijui Arianyancha. And Vuindi was for mouth because my girl had mouth rash. There was a day I was trying to clean my girl and blood ilikuwa inatoka kwa hizo. I thought ni uchafu ya mdomo. So I wondered, I always clean their mouths. Why? Bado I can see the dirt. So as I tried to clean, my daughter started crying and ikatoa damu. When she asked me if the other baby pia had the same things, then I said yes. Then she said, si mngekuwa basi mmesema mapema. So we wondered how. Now you see, the moment they said like my daughter was not okay and alikuwa amerushiwa hiyo Arianyancha, I don't know. And that there were 3. Arianyancha, Vuindi is for mouth. Arianyancha is the one that eats you internally. So the time you see it imetoka nje, that means imekukula sana. And then the third one was for stomach. Ilikuwa inaitwa that one, I don't know, something like that. So my sister, my elder sister, that Jenny, and my mother and jirani moja, and they went to a certain woman. Mimi, I remained in the house with my in-laws hapo baki nini. At that time my husband already alikuwa ashakuja. So immediately my boy passed, my husband ali travel. So when they went and wakarudi na mtoto, hawakumuingiza mtoto ndani. Hakumuingiza mtoto in the house because now sasa ilisemekana because we are mourning she's not supposed to be there. So and I'm not supposed to hold her pia, and she should not be in a place penye kuna the shadow of his brother. So my sister Jenny decided to take my girl and akae naye kwake. So they went together, they stayed there at home. So we just used to video call, we see her, we talk, at least pia aone tu sura za watu wenye anajua, because alikuwa she was not yani familiar with Jennifer so much kama Happiness. Sasa Happiness ni mwenye tulikuwa naye kwetu, my sister. So alivyoenda huko, we call, video call, ako sawa. At that point pia alikuwa anaoshwa na hizi dawa za kienyeji until when she got okay. So my sister told us, hata ako sawa, the diarrhea is normal, ameanza kurudi sawa, hata the wounds zimeanza kukauka. So I felt relieved. At least now my daughter is okay. So my husband also used to call pia huko. So that morning on 19th in the morning, my husband called and they talked. Then my husband asked me, have you talked to Jenny and the daughter? I said, yeah, tuliongea, nikaambiwa wako sawa. Nikamuuliza na wewe, akasema they talked. She was okay. He even talked to Lira, my daughter sasa. Haya, so we were okay that 19th until that was 18th when sasa my husband was asking me about that. So on 19th my sister called in the morning. Kwanza I called and told us mtoto anaendelea vizuri nini na nini, so you are okay, kama mtoto anaendelea vizuri. So you are the sitting room with I don't know, with some of my friends who had slept there together with my sister Happiness. So Jenny called my mom, but my mom wasn't there, but her phone alikuwa ameacha hapo sitting room. So my Happiness picked. Meaning I just heard her say mtoto. Then nikashtuka, mtoto tena, like what about mtoto? So I asked Happiness, like, what about mtoto, what is happening? Then she said ni Jennifer ndo anasema like mtoto askipoa aje. So now at that point my head sasa imeanza kwenda mbio again, my heart pia pumping sasa. I was like, okay, oh my god, like it's going to happen again, huh? So I stood outside the house waiting for my sister, because alikuwa anakaa different area, so she was taking motorbike to come. So I asked my sister, I asked Happiness, but si badala ya kukuja angeenda to hospital straight if my girl is not feeling okay. Tari ako karibu, amesema ako karibu. So I was waiting outside confused sasa. Then and I was told, I don't know, I'm not supposed to hold my girl. I don't know, hizo a lot of stories. So when my sister arrived, my dad was somewhere there, alikuwa amekaa mahali hapo, and then I was outside. So when my sister arrived, I was the first person she was meeting, and of course I would want to see my daughter. So I took my daughter. Then I took my girl, I held my girl. But now, when I was looking at her, her face already ilikuwa imeanza kufura. Her face was swollen, and then she was already turning pale, and she was very cold here. So I just held her like this, and I was calling her, Mama, Mama, so there was a way when you call her, she would respond. But now she was not moving. She was just like that, not doing anything. Then I said, maybe the coldness is because my sister was on a motorbike. So I told Happiness, sasa, just go to the hospital. Haraka. Then my sister was like, unajua sijavaa hii. Wewe, just go to the hospital, just go. Hata viatu tulimpelekea huko mbele. So I was following her barefooted. Niko tu huko kwa barabara kwa kabro. Just go. So my husband also came. I think I called him. So my husband came and followed together with my mother to the hospital. I don't remember anything from there. I don't know what happened from there. But what I remember is when I came back to my senses, I was seated kwa kiti like this, and then there were like around 4 to 5 women. Like one was here, alikuwa amenikanyaga, and the other one also had stepped on me, and two had held me like this. And then there was one in the middle. I think there were around 5 women enye walikuwa wamenishika. Then my sister Jenny will say, excuse me, hebu close that door before apate nguvu tena, she might run away again. Sasa I was asking, kwani what is happening? Then now everything dawned clearly that, I lost a son and my daughter is in hospital. Now everything sasa started afresh. So now I was trying to call my husband sasa. I asked, have they been admitted? Yeah, they've been received well at the emergency. So I video called my husband. I told him I want to see my daughter. Then he said, just wait a bit. The doctors are doing some things here. Then I will call back. But you see, the moment ningekaa, suddenly tu ningeshtuka like that. If I try to be easy kidogo, nashtuka. My sister asked me, why are you behaving that way? But you see, I felt like there was some force pushing me, like I should go to the hospital. Then I called my husband again. That's when I told him, ebu patia mama simu, I want to see her. So akasema, first he was using the rear camera. Then I noticed my daughter, the legs swollen. Now anafura pole pole. So now the legs were swollen. And then the hands also. And then the stomach and the navel. This time, sasa I was a bit keen because I was noticing she was following vile the brother was. So I noticed the navel pia was like that. Then my husband kwanza alipea mtoto phone, akamweka na front camera. So my daughter already pia, she had started making the noise kama the brother. But now for my girl was and they had put that the oxygen ile ndogo tu, and then they tried putting the feeding pipe. So my sister was like, no, the baby alikuwa ana feed okay. So my sister said, they remove so that they can feed her through the mouth, because now the mouth was dry and my baby could be still like anarambaramba mdomo, like she wanted something. So they removed the thing, then they started feeding her, but still making that noise. So as I told my husband, ebu we angalia hiyo kitovu vile iko, just go tell the doctor to check on that navel and stomach. So my husband said, okay, I will tell the doctor. But I felt like since I'm the mother, I can push. I told them, doctors, you're not the only patients in the hospital, and doctors awata kuja kwa attention yenu if you won't be pushing them. So I went to my father. I told my father, mimi I feel like going to the hospital, vile nimemwona Lira, wale hawataelewa, because everyone thought like mimi I'm still mad. But I was telling them now what I had seen kwa video. Wananiambia huyu amechanganyikiwa huyu. Bado akili yake haijarudi. But I'm telling them, mimi I know my babies. I know if there is something wrong with them. So my father said, we ngoja kwanza. Then I had my father calling my husband, telling him, don't video call Vivian, anasumbua huko sana. Mimi nikasema it's okay. Then later my husband called, said, hata doctors they have said like Lira is okay. Hana shida yote, they've done all the tests, so she's okay. So she will be taken to the ward, and they'll have to pass the night there. They see how she'll respond, and then in the morning she'll be discharged. So I got relieved. Haya, so my husband came home before aende penye alikuwa yuko. So my sister called me and said, I should not forget to bring charger and some more clothes so that they'll be, when they be discharged, the baby will have them on together with hers. Haya, so that was a good night. So in the night, that night I was given some sleeping pills because I couldn't sleep. In fact, I couldn't sleep in my room where I used to be with them. I was feeling goosebumps, like I felt their presence. So that night I couldn't sleep. Even the sleeping pill bounced. It didn't work. Ni ile strong sleeping pill, sijui inaitwa aje. It bounced. So in the night I felt chills. My friends had come to sleep with me. So but mimi usiku I woke up. I was feeling chills. I was looking around. Maybe I would see my babies. I would see my boy sana, because at that time my boy, I had it in mind that my boy is the one who had passed. So I started watching Becky in the night. At least my mind ikuange shifted to some other thing. Then when it got in the morning, I woke up. That was on 20th. Sasa in the morning, I woke up. I went outside. I bought viazi karai for breakfast. And then my husband came together with his cousin brother. They started saying, hey, mama viazi. Unakula viazi? Okay, let's go inside kwanza. Then ndakuletea viazi. Then I said, it's okay. So I paid. Then yeye akaongeza pesa yake pia. So when we got inside, he told me, Ebu, go and shower. Then I told him, maskini, hata it's still early. Ndo sahi hata it's about some minutes to 7. Kwani am I smelling? Why are you telling me to go and shower sahi asubuhi? And he told me, we just go and shower. So I went and shower. I think I wore a dera. There's a certain dera that he likes. So I think I wore that one, if I'm not wrong. Then we ate the viazi. Then I was telling my husband, well, you're getting late and Happiness is waiting for us. Nikamuliza, by the way, muongea na yeye? He said, yes, we talked in the morning. So I told them, basi, you need to hurry up so that you could go give them the clothes, they change, they get discharged. Sasa we started making jokes, hapo laughing kabisa. I ate vizuri. I finished my breakfast and I was now packing sasa hizo mavitu. Then ambia, why are you guys not in a hurry to go to the hospital? Mtachelewa. Then my husband went out to make a call. I think he was talking to his aunt, and then I came back. When he came back, my husband started being romantic. So romantic. Hey babe, unajua babe nakupenda. I was like, hey, bro, kuna kitu. Ni nini unataka kuniambia? Then our neighbor was seated there, said, kwani si bwanako can be romantic? I told her, mimi namjua. I know akikuwa hivi what he means na akikuwa hivi what he means. So he was okay with him. He was trying to make things look like everything was okay, but now his visage, and he was somehow controlling his tears. So alikuwa he was kidogo ange frown, kidogo angejionyesha kama ako sawa. I told him, wewe, if there is anything, you just tell me bana, because I don't understand how you behaving. So I told him, mtoto. Then he smiled first. Then I asked him again, mtoto, because now already my mind had clicked. I have a daughter somewhere at the hospital. Then I told him, mtoto. I think that was when he just nodded, and then my sister came in crying. And then she just said like she tried. She just said that she tried, but she didn't understand, because that night they were with Lyra, and she used to show the cartoons, Mabata Madogodogo. Lyra used to like that video so much. So my daughter was sleeping. So I think I was sleeping with the right hand. So my sister thought like Lyra was watching the Mabata Madogodogo. So as Lyra was watching the video, that's when Lyra was fading. She was fading gradually. Until my sister thought that Lyra was sleeping. So they stayed there. In fact, she also found a place to sleep near her. She didn't know that my daughter was dead. So with her, apparently we might say she was sleeping with the corpse, but she didn't know. Now, yeah, hakukuwa sana close to know the changes, because in fact yeah, she was taking photos. She was thinking, no, the baby is come, so anapiga picha, the baby is asleep too, kuonyeshana the baby is asleep. Oh yeah. Ay. So I asked my husband, sasa wewe, you came in the morning, unanifanya mimi nioge nivae, you're not telling me that mtoto amekufa. Nikamuuliza, at what time did it happen? And then he said in the night. That's when it happened. So apparently my sister called my father, and in the night sasa told my father like mtoto amekufa. Then my father told her, don't make a call yet kwa sababu utafanya kelele and it's in the night. So they called my husband. My husband went to the hospital, I think with some of his relatives, and then they also took my sister with them. They took her nani from the hospital, my sister sasa peke yake na zile, I think some of the things that were there, but si zote, because zingine zenye alikuwa nazo aliziacha. Then they went and slept at my husband's aunt's place, penye now my husband alikuanga, till morning. So in the morning, kumbe when they were coming, the place where I was buying breakfast, my sister saw me. So when she saw me, she went back kiasi kujificha. That's when walipangana wao kwa wao that you'll have to wait here, we take her inside, then you find a place to go yani. So when I got in the house na wao, that's when my sister alienda kwa jirani. Kuenda hiyo kwa jirani ndo hapo alikaa hapo kitambo my husband prepare me on how to tell me about the demise of my daughter. My son died on 17th December, and my daughter died on 20th December. Yeah, so my daughter ilikuanga mausiku. Siwezi jua the exact time, because she was with my sister, and even my sister thought my daughter was sleeping, so you cannot tell the actual time. But the time when she discovered amepass, it was now hapo along hizo masubuhi, it was past midnight kama I think saa 7 ya usiku. That's when she called my husband in the night, saa 7 ya usiku. Yeah, so walipishana na some, let's say 3 days. Yeah, they were buried together. First, when it was my son peke yake, we opted to bury him on 20th, that 20th yenye my daughter passed. Now that my daughter 21st or 20th, I think 21st. Now that my daughter passed on 20th, tukasema we will bury them together on 22nd December. Yeah. When I received my babies, I knew they were a blessing. And then having twins, kwanza kwa our family, kwetu I'm the only one. So I felt like my babies came with a purpose. And then when Pia, the whole journey or incident at the HDU, when they made out alive, I felt Pia there was some testimony, like they were a blessing too. So I mimi, I'm photogenic. Mimi napenda photos. And then I also used to manage I think Abilasha Mudhoni. There's certain Abilasha is a poetess mwenye I don't know if currently bado anasomeshwa na His Excellency Ruto. And also Sheila Sheldon. I know Sheila Sheldon is familiar, is popular, or is famous. So I saw a tweet that since I had my twins, I'll also do nitawa manage and nitawa introduce kwa media, and we shall be doing hizi, like I wanted to fight until wakuje kitambo they grow up, they'll become some ambassador for some products. So I started with the challenge of Baby Carson challenge. First I did their TikTok. So when I did their own TikTok, there's some person in the government that day alikuwa amepandishwa cheo, and then that was the day he met my baby's TikTok account. So he offered to do a photo shoot for my babies. And then when he paid, I told my husband, but I didn't tell him directly because my husband is social media. He didn't want. So I told my husband I want to do photo shoot for my babies. So photographer kakuja, and then we did the Baby Carson challenge. And I think that was when people were saying, watoto si wako, download, you cannot give birth to these babies. So we did the Baby Carson, and then we were told, like, okay, the challenge was over, but the concept, they loved the concept. So like they were to be given some shoot. And then now with the shoot, when my boy died, that's when I went back, because there's also some other guy was managing my baby's new account. So I went back and he texted them and he inboxed them, and then they said if the son is no more, then the daughter can do it. And then when the daughter passed, I was asked if I could do it. Then I said, like, at the moment, I'm not in that, sikuwa kwa hiyo mood ya picture nini. Yeah, so I felt like whatever I had planned for them, because I believed in like, even right now, I still believe in my aggressiveness. When I want to do something, I know. And if I have helped other people and it's working for them, so I believe my babies could turn out something different. Even when I used to post their photos, people would be like, hey, the face of Baby Carson, the face of this. So I felt like that dream was really shattered completely. Yeah. The healing process is quite difficult. And you see, at some point, together with my husband, we'll sit. He is mourning, but he has to act strong so that anisaidia mimi ku heal pia. Yeah, but I think at times I will give him difficult moments, because at times I would have the mental lapse, and kichwa yangu ikiruka. Now it's in the middle of the night. Hakuna kitu yenye anaweza fanya. So like he just has to find a way of containing me till it's morning. At times you are okay. We loved it when we have people in our house. But when people go, sasa you are all alone, mtapata like suddenly too there is silence, kumenyamaza, na everyone is deep in thoughts. And then maybe at times I'll go through his phone and maybe meet my baby's photos, and then I'll start breaking down. Also maybe I think I said that was when I discovered the importance of a baby's cry. Right now a mother will see like the baby analia sana, ni msumbufu, mtoto ni msumbufu, anasumbua sana. But when that voice is not there, that cry, you really want to hear that cry. So if maybe I'll make a video, because at times I'll send my husband video, the babies are crying. Yeah, then when I'll meet that video, I'll start crying, because now there is no that cry anymore. So it has been difficult. At times I will not sleep. I used to be on drugs, the sleeping drugs. Zikiisha, now ilikuwa ni Mombasa. When I'm going to Nakuru, zikiisha, going to someone, I want these pills, and they're not supposed to sell it kama you don't have the doctor's prescription. So now I have to make a call again. And then the person maybe will sell it to you mara moja. Next time when you go, I'll pay, because your drugs at some point haiwezi uzwa kirahisi. So my husband pia told me, now you have to try to sleep hivyo, jaribu singizi ikuje. Yeah. And even the sleeping drugs, if I take the sleeping drugs, I'll be like, today I've taken the sleeping drugs, tonight aita work. Now you get the following day I'll sleep the whole day. And then at times now it will be, now it's my husband crying. Now my husband atajikaza, but he'll be alone, but I'll notice there's something wrong. And then when I ask him like what's wrong, he's saying nothing. But now the silence will tell me, and then that's when he'll start talking it out. Then he'll cry. In fact, my husband has kept my daughter's earrings zenye alikufa nazo. And funny thing with my husband, he cherishes hizi vitu zenye ni important kwake, because till now he has that pregnancy strip enye nilimwonyesha when I was pregnant. He has it paka leo ameiweka. My daughter's earrings ako nazo paka leo. So hizo vitu muhimu amezicherish, ameziweka. So inakuwa like I help him, but I must admit I think I don't help him, but he does a lot with me, because mimi yeye akianza kulia mimi nitalia. But with me, when I cry, he has to be there. But we thank God to manage until right now that we have decided to talk about it. But mara moja we find ourselves back into that situation. I think they are just too beautiful to die. They're too beautiful to be forgotten. We can do nothing about them. Yeah. Okay. I'll just thank my husband first, because no, it's bad to start with husband. I'll thank God first, because God knows why all these things happened. As much as personally I have gotten to know the person behind all this. I know the person, and a lot of people have been encouraging me, the close people, my friends, when nime share, have been encouraging me, achia Mungu, but we human, like tuko na that heart of wanting to revenge. So I got to know the person, and I've not decided or not to do yet. Yeah, but I thank God because he allowed everything, and since he blessed me with the babies, I believe he'll still give me more. So atusaidie too. And also thank my husband, because he has been supportive all through the journey, the pregnancy journey, until right now. Though kumekuwa na issues katikati, a lot of them, but he has tried and held my hand all through till today. So I just thank him so much. And I'll thank my mom. My mother has been a mother to my babies. In fact, a mother to my boy. Like I said, my mangu alipenda my boy, because my mom does not have a boy or a male child. So my mom, yani mimi mtoto wangu ni mamangu. Hata when alikuwa akisikia my mom, unaona tayari anaanza kufanya mikono hivi. Yeah, mimi ilikuanga in the night because of sleeping with both of them sleeping together. Yeah, so I thank my mom so much, and Mungu ambariki sana. She has been there. That woman has been there. Mungu ambariki na amweke kabisa until I get to have other twins, inshallah. And she gets to see them. Mungu ampatie maisha marefu. I also thank my father pia, kwanza for allowing me kukua kwa nyumba yake all that while. Yeah, helping us pia here and there, more so supporting us in prayers. Yeah. And then now my sisters wote na sana Jenny for doing all what she could do. But happiness, yani I don't know what to say. Sasa unajua happiness now took that position of like yeye ndo mama, because when my son passed she was there, when my daughter passed she was, yani yeye ndo alikuanga hapo, she was everything. So I don't know how much I can pay her in exchange, but Mungu tu ambariki. Hivyo tu, that's all I can say. Yeah, and also to my friends. In fact, there's a friend of mine known as Vesna. Maze Vesna, hey, yani Vesna has been helping. You know, my babies were like Vesna's babies, because Vesna all the time she'll just call, enda supermarket, chukua pampers, chukua nini, and then she pays. At times she'll send me money and be like, hii pesa ama ajielewi, let me wait in the morning, I see whether she'll tell me to resend. And then when I call her, she'll tell me, kwani unafikiri mimi sijui I sent you money? So, and the thing I was grateful with my babies, I will tell you, the clothes that I did before I gave birth to them, mimi sijawahi nunua nguo ya watoto wangu tena. People will come, bring clothes. Hizo Vesna will be there for purpose. Yani I just don't know. Yani Mungu, everyone who took part, yani Mungu tu aregeshe. I cannot say anything. Mungu aregeshe. And also my in-laws pia, I thank them pia. They have been supportive pia kiupande wao. Yeah, despite some things, but I think that's all I can say. Yeah, that's all I can say. Sina anything much. To the friends, neighbors, wote ambao they have been there for my babies throughout, even during the burial time. Yeah, people came in big numbers, and I was surprised. Even people from Facebook, they just called me. People attended the burial from Facebook. Till today, people I don't know call me, unaendeleaje nini. Others will ask uko wapi. You know, the moment I finished the burial, I just traveled immediately, because I could not stay in that house sababu ya hizo. Yeah, but after burial unapata people are calling you, tunataka kukuja kwenu kukuona. Then I'll be like, mimi nimesafiri, but when I come back to Mombasa, I promise you mtawashtua, mtakuja kuniona, because like right now we are planning to visit the graveyard. Yeah, actually today I sent people there. My mom always goes there frequently, but sahi ako na ugonjwa wa macho. Yeah, so we want to go, at least now we want to cement the place, to cement the graves. Yeah, at least pia you do though the arobaini imepita, but we can still do the arobaini in memory of them. Nimeona like they have gotten love so much. Yeah, so when we get there, I believe we shall be sharing pia, those who will want to join. Yeah, those who will want to participate in doing that. I will also want to thank them, my followers. Honestly, I will say my baby's video is the one that has made me popular, to say me, because I have seen like now on TikTok getting those hearts, yeah, and then you'll just get searches for Clivianne, and the sharing, yeah, and still the views are growing. Yeah, so I just want to thank my followers and those who are still following, and those who keep on viewing, those who keep on sharing my lives, rather my stories, and the baby's video. The love that they are portraying is too much love. Yeah, I feel appreciated. I feel like if my babies were alive now, the content I had for them would really go through. I believe they'll still get this support, because if everyone looks at the video and be like, hey, okay, watoto wamekufa, they feel like they are too beautiful to die. Yeah, so I just thank my followers, and I believe bado tu tutashikana until when everything will be okay, even all through the process of what we want to do. Yeah, I want to thank them so much. They should continue following, continue liking, sharing, whatever, everything they feel like they can do. Yeah, that's what I can say to them. I also want to thank you, the SEMA YOTE show, for giving me this privilege. It's a privilege for you reaching out to want to let me air out my story. I know it will impact many, and you saw that way, yani for you to be able to reach out to me. So I'll rather thank you kabisa for having me on your show. Yeah, continue doing that to others too, those people who are strong enough to share. I believe these stories encourage people, more people somewhere. Yeah, so thank you so much. Sema Yote Show. Yeah.